Hi, my name is Alexis Gilbert, and this is my commemorative speech for communications. My mom comes from an extremely large family. She's the youngest of 13, and one of her brothers is who I'm going to be giving this speech about. He's number 11 of 13, and he's considered the historian of the family. My mom's oldest brother passed away 10 years ago, and he started a tradition from where my mom came from down in Kentucky to build up a graveyard of where our ancestors came from. And unfortunately, when he passed away, no one was there to continue to build up this graveyard. So my Uncle Rick is the one that continued to do it, and he's actually created and built different headstones for different family members. A little bit more history about my mom's family. My grandma traveled here from Kentucky as one of 8, and she was a twin. Her father passed away from an illness, and her mother had this vision that she needed to move somewhere to better her family. So she heard about the Firelands up in a town called Willard, Ohio, and that is where my grandma Laura moved to. That is where my grandma Nola started her family, and she met my grandpa there, and they ended up raising 13 children. Mostly my grandma raised them by herself because my grandpa was never home. He was always out finding work or doing other things, but my grandma was a very religious person, and she instilled that religion in all 13 of her children. And that's important to me because I follow that to this day very strongly, and my Uncle Rick follows that to this day very strongly as well. My grandma instilled a very hard work ethic in all of her children, and my mom and my Uncle Rick have both helped to make sure that I follow that work ethic. And the work ethic of my Uncle Rick and my mom started back at the age of 7. My uncle was sent to work in the muck, which he was a farmer basically, and he got paid 10 cents a day. And he went there with his brothers. My mom and 1 or 2 of her sisters also worked there, but some of them were old enough that they didn't have to work in the muck. But this shows how determined he was to work, starting at age 7. He didn't let the fact that they were poor stop him from much. He was very social in high school, very well known throughout all of his years in high school. He went to college. Not many people in my mom's family ended up going to college, but he became a high school vocational teacher, and he teaches construction and among many other things. He's very talented when it comes to creating different things, and he's instilled that talent in me, and I go up there still to this day and spend a week or 2 with him in the summertime, and we work on his farm, we grow crops, we till up the garden, we do all that kind of stuff. We ride horses. He's instilled my love for horses in me, and we create a lot of leather work, so belts, jewelry, reins for the horses, saddles for the horses, anything that deals with leather. And he also creates tables, chairs, beds, any other kind of furniture that you can put around the house. He makes it, he creates it, he loves it, and he's taught me how to love it and how to enjoy it also. He's taught me about hard work and being respectable while staying calm and laid back. And that's something that I forget often, is I'm always on the go, always going, that I forget that I need to stay calm and just take everything in and just appreciate everything that I have. And that's something that I look up to for him to teach me how to do. He sparked my interest at like age 2 in horses, and he's helped me realize how important it is to work hard for what you want. And my mom has too. But I see it in him every day because he has been to every state in the United States, and he has that opportunity because he's worked for what he has. He's the historian of the family, and he shares all of the memories. We're going to be going down to Kentucky in a few weeks to go 4-wheeling through all of the hills and stuff. He's going to show me where my grandma grew up, his mom, and he's going to show me the gravesite that he's been building and one of the houses that he restored down there. And he's a very religious man who instills faith in me every day. He shows love and compassion for his family, his wife, his kids, his nieces and nephews, his brothers and sisters. He's kind of the peacekeeper of all 13 kids. And he was recently diagnosed with prostate cancer, but he has not let that stop him at all. And that is the courage that I find most inspiring in him, is that even though many things have been able to bring him down, he's never let anything stop him. And that is my commemorative speech on my Uncle Rick. Thanks.